guys, Rasha here and welcome back to I Wani, Hug That Gator, where we're just gonna continue right along. While students trickle out of the school, Olivia took the chance to unwind. I figured it'd be best to let her rest as I saw her drooping eyelids finally shut. She looked cute. Ah, Inco. Just napping idly in her wheelchair, except for the weird bellowing. It was like a snore, except I could feel it vibrating through the floor. With the clouds hiding the sun and the classroom's lights turned off, I could do with some shut-eye too. I mean, yeah, it's been a bit of a stressful day for you guys, not gonna lie. You nearly were murdered. But I can't bring my eyes to close. Instead, I look out the window. The layer of clouds overhead steadily grows more dense, casting a darker shade on everything. Light raindrops prick against the glass. Crap, I really should have brought my umbrella. Me anytime I go anywhere and it starts fucking raining. I swear, I just need to have one in my car, just like emergency umbrella, because every time I leave my house, it bloody rains. I swear to God. And I live in Australia, okay? Anyway, mini tangent about umbrellas over. As a few minutes go by, they roll in closer and closer, blocking out the sunlight. If Olivia were awake, she'd think this was pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I look back to her. Maybe I could nap too, just a little. You guys are gonna end up sleeping in the school overnight. Oh. My eyes are drawn upward to the heavy clouds in the sky. In moments, the glass of the window is assailed by numerous heavy droplets of rain. Holy moly! The trees outside are billowing almost aggressively. Several small branches are stripped away in the torrential downpour. An umbrella wouldn't help with this. Huh? What? My phone's blaring an alarm. So is Olivia's. Instructions to shelter in place for several hours. Whoa! The classroom door is thrust open quickly. Mr. Iadakan is back, panting hard and clothes-drenched. He takes that moment of surprise to compose himself as best he can.
Sorry about that. The faculty is doing a sweep of the campus right now. Apparently there's a monsoon scare right now.
Monsoon? Does that happen here? Iadakan gestures to his drenched outfit and out the window as if to ask if Mia had clocked me in the head after all. Right. We going to be alright?
Oh, of course. Schools are designated shelters for the worst disasters. If anything, you're safer here than at home.
But the hallway outside is open, isn't it?
I just finished putting the cover up.
A cover?
Just keep close to the wall, yeah?
What do we do now? Iadakan shakes his phone at us. I'm sorry also if you can hear my cat. She's, well, they're both being a bit crazy right now. Iadakan shakes his phone at us.
Shelter in place. We're all stuck here for a few hours.
Olivia reaches into her bag and pulls out her drawing book and a well-used pencil.
Actually, why don't you use this time to catch up on some schoolwork? I'm sure you have some work from other classes still pending, and I can't think of a better time to tackle that than now.
But today's been rough. Can't I do this or finish my nap instead?
That's fine too, but aren't you falling behind grade-wise in some of your other classes?
Maybe. Fine. I'll catch up on some of that work. Iadakan gives a single nod and smiles.
Later, Gator!
Olivia puts away her drawing materials and instead pulls out her bulky mathematics books, which she sets on the table with more force than necessary, followed by her notebook. With some hesitation on her part, Olivia sets herself to work. Meanwhile, I bring myself closer to her in case she wants some help with the work. That's totally why. After a few minutes, it's clear her mind and spirit isn't into the work one bit. Ain't that the truth? She constantly fidgets, taps her pen on the table, and looks around the room and out the window. Eventually, she lets out a groan and slams her book shut.
Can I please do something else?
Iadakan, who had been busying himself with grading some paperwork, snaps up away from his work, looking at Olivia while rubbing his chin.
Well, there is one other thing you could help out with. Would need both of your help with it. Could even consider it a new extra assignment. What do you say?
I don't know. Today's been pretty rough on Olivia. Absolutely. I'll do it. All right.
Wonderful. It's back here.
You could have told us what it was first. He starts walking to the back of the room and waves for the two of us to follow him. Whoa, something in the dark room. The dark room? Oh man, I thought we wouldn't get to do anything in there until the last few weeks of the semester. Are we going to be getting a head start on this section? Maybe we'll be making prints and learning about C41 and... Huh? Oh, Olivia's poking my back. Quit with the cinematic gate. You're going too slow. Oops. I shake the excitement off and head into the dark room. Iadakan holds the door open for the two of us to enter. The inside glows a vibrant crimson light. Iadakan's suit appears to light up in the red lights, as does my shirt. I've only actually been in the dark room once before. This is so cool! I clasp my hands together. So, what are we developing?
We? This is an important job just for you two.
What are you up to, Mr. Iadakan? What's going on? Alright, I'm ready for it. What am I developing?
Your lower back.
Oh. Are you kidding me? There's a click of a switch and the red lights switch to normal lights and properly illuminate the room.
There's boxes over there. I need one at each station around the room, but they're too heavy for me. If you can, of course. Legally, I can't make you do any of this.
Do I at least get extra credit?
You get one of the bags of chips I keep hidden in my desk.
Fine.
Nice! Come on, Olivia. We should clear the way for him. There actually is something in a box we'll need in a bit.
The two move back to the entrance and I'm faced with the myriad boxes I'll have to carry. That's what you always wanted, right, Inco? Fucking hard labor. Looks like there's about 10. They're pretty medium sized, like you could fit a table lamp in them. How heavy can they... Ah! Thud. Lift with your knees, Inco! Are you kidding me?
Lift with your knees, Inco!
Alright, fucking I am Iadakan. Iadakan is me. This is gonna suck. I look at Olivia and she already has her phone out and pointed my way. Oh, come on, Liv! What the fuck? Damn it. I shift my legs and try again. I actually managed to get this thing off the ground. This must weigh at least 70 pounds. 70 pounds? Hold up. What's pounds to kilograms? I need this in metric. Oh, it's like 30 kilos. Yeah, that's pretty heavy. That's pretty fucking heavy, actually, yeah. All right.
What are these loaded with? Bricks? Something like that. Careful, they're fragile.
Finally, I get the last box in its place. I pick a chair and collapse in a heap. My muscles are on fire. Though to be honest, I don't know if I could have done all that at the beginning of the year. I guess I'm getting stronger. Oh, okay. Iadakan walks back into the dark room with a small black toolbox.
Oh, good, you're done. Come on out and take a breather. That looked tough.
I'd rather stay here. Olivia shows up in the doorway behind Iadakan. I'm surprised you didn't use the dolly. What dolly? Oh my god, Inco.
Before you get started with me, Inco, you didn't ask.
For the love of... I hate you.
That's the spirit.
Olivia stifles her laughter into a snickering snort fest.
Your mood will improve when you see just what you've been carrying.
What have I been carrying? Oh? He grabs a box cutter from a shelf and slices the top of one open. Our teacher pulls out what looks like a large overhead lamp from the box. Oh, sweet. So that means
that you'll be making your own prints for midterms.
That sounds awesome. Oh man, I can't wait to...
But before any of that, these need to be assembled.
The rest of the parts are taken from the first box and set down meticulously. Is he going to make me fucking assemble these? Olivia's gotten curious as she's rolled up to the station and handling one of the funnier looking pieces.
Anywho, here you two go.
Wait, 2?
Yes, 2. Don't think I didn't notice you watching Inco so much.
Ha ha! Yeah, smile! The stammered denial from Olivia does nothing to wipe the cheeky grin from our teacher's face. But what about you, Mr. Iadakan?
I'll be right back.
He makes his way to the door again.
Get started without me. I need to go fetch some things.
Before either Olivia or I can speak up, he's left the room. Because Mr. Iadakan is secretly a matchmaker. Olivia already has the toolbox open on her lap. Right then. I grab the folded up instructions and lay it out, seeing the details of the bizarre device fully assembled. Okay, so Thunk. Step on. Hand me the next piece. Oh. Did I scare you? Yes, you scared me. These things are heavy. What if you dropped that on something? I didn't though. But you could have. And I didn't. Olivia's tail reaches for some brackets, but I grab the limb before she can take them. Hold on, we gotta do things right or the enlarger might not work right. She retracts her tail from the table. You're no fun. It's just an oversized lamp. That's a gross oversimplification. Jesus, that's a big word. You're a gross oversimplification. Yay, make me say it fucking twice. Thanks, game. Iadakan's gonna make you use the one you break. Just means I can sketch more, right? Well, it'd mean you can't participate and learn about photography. Photography's your thing, so it doesn't really apply to me much, does it? Well, maybe that's the case for you, but photography's my thing. It's the whole reason I took this class, after all. Oh, sorry. It's nothing. Olivia politely rests her hands in her lap. That was a weird exchange. Her eyes linger on the box of parts. Well? How does it work then? The print enlarger? She shakes her head. Photography. Like, why the giant lamp thing? It's all digital today, right? Huh. Well, not entirely. There are vastly different mediums in the world of photography. So much so that people are still trying to keep like 1800s technology alive just because of the way that it looks. Like it all ends up looking slightly different depending on which medium you use. Anyway, I think that's the first time someone's actually asked me about it. Sure, I've had lots of mid-show rehearsals explaining my hobbies and their cultural significance to others, but none of that's coming to me right now. It's all about shot composition, and this machine is part of the production of it. Getting the right things in the right places at the right time to evoke a certain feeling. Composition is a thing in painting too, you know. I'm ill-prepared for Olivia's comeback. Yeah, but it's a lot easier to pick the composition you want. You don't have to worry about any factors other than yourself. With photography, you have to build the set to get a good photo. That's the fun of it. But why would you want to limit yourself like that? Why not just draw whatever you're taking a picture of instead? You could express all kinds of things you can never express with a photo. Olivia taps a claw on the imager, the metallic ping echoing in the small room. What sets all this junk apart from just lines on a page? The technique and vision? She smirks at my petulant comment. Fine, I'll show her. I'll prove to you that this takes skill. I hold the lighting portion up, making sure it's at the right angle, and fasten the last portion of the enlarger in. I plug the machine in and flip the switch, happy that it works right and lights up the entire base. Olivia looks at me with confusion as I move to the entrance of the room and flick the light switch, bathing the room in bright red again. Dark room. Going back to our workspace, I pull the developed negatives from my backpack and slot the slide I want into the carrier. And ta-da! The negative carrier in place and the machine, a blurry grey blob, is projected onto the base. What? Give me a minute. I hold the manual under the light to the side of the blob, checking which knob is which, and slowly turn them. As the lens and billows shift, the Rorschach test transforms, gaining more definition until finally it becomes the spitting image of the school's front entrance. I can even do this. I take out the negative and place another atop it before slotting the carrier back in, while also increasing the strength of the light. The image displayed is now the entrance with half a dozen semi-transparent students in front of it. What did you do? I overlapped another shot. The backgrounds are the same and doubled up, so I had to intensify the light, otherwise the entrance would be too dim. Pfft. So? That would take me a few minutes to do, tops. It'd look a lot better too. She smirks, but I think she's feigning her apathy this time. Her tail gives her away. It's a lot more technical, I guess, but I only knew how to do this kind of stuff from Mr. Iadakan's lectures about negatives. What else can you do with this thing? I don't know, but... What's that Oh shit. I pull out the negative carrier and wince at how hot it is. Crap, shit. Olivia's quick to rip the plug from the socket. With my sleeve, I open up the carrier and see I've managed to melt the two negatives together. Aw, man. I was gonna use that. All that work and I go and mess it up trying to prove something. Olivia's never gonna let me live this down. The green Gator girl lays a sympathetic hand on my shoulder to my surprise. Hey, shit happens. I've ruined a lot of paintings in the past too, you know. She takes the reels from the warm metal plate and holds them up to the red light, trying to see through them. And you've got more shots on this thing. But I liked those shots. Then go retake them. It's not that easy. Like, it has to be the exact same time and weather and... lighting? The abrupt darkness coincides with the vague ambient sound of the ventilation shuddering to a halt. The blackness is all-encompassing. I can't even see Olivia, who I know is right next to me. Inco? Her voice helps me confirm that we're still alive in some fashion, but there's a shakiness in her tone which sends a tense rattle down my spine. Our breathing is the only noise. It's as if we'd been encapsulated in a void of nothingness. I'm still here. I know that. I plant my hand down to brace her shout, feeling the still warm metal of the enlarger base. But, yeah, guess the school lost power. I feel something cover my hand, and then squeeze. Painfully. Ow, 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 ow! Sorry. The pressure lessens, but she doesn't let go of my fingers. No, it's fine. There's a subtle shake in the scaly limb in my hand, but when I brush my thumb across it, the limb eases. Hey, stop that. Stop what? Just that. Stop that thing you're doing with your hand. I shrug, and then want to slap my face when I realize she can't see that. All right. Standing here in the darkness of the dark room isn't getting us anywhere. We should go find... Mr. Iadakan? Olivia? Inco? I think it is. Olivia? Inco? Ah! My instincts kick in. I hop back to make space between us and the killer. I turn my back to them to become a defensive wall. It's fucking me up! I wrap my arms around Olivia's head to make sure she's 100% protected. It's just Mr. Iadakan. Jesus.
Hey, it's me, Mr. Iadakan. Took a bit to find a flashlight, but with how this room is...
I'll look up to the shining white pterodactyl pointing the flashlight at his own face. Oh.
Get off me, you git.
Oof.
Look, I'm not paying you two to get frisky in the closet. That's what Trigham's class is for.
You're not We're not Mr. Iadakan holds up a pale hand, his grin widening.
Relax, I'm just joking around.
He leans against the doorway to get a better look inside the dark room with his flashlight.
Power's out for the whole block, and apparently our backup generator's decades old and is only keeping the AC on.
Wow, you guys get AC? That's cool.
Someone should get fired for that. Come on, we can wait it out in the studio.
Olivia follows me out into the main classroom as we trail slowly in Mr. Iadakan's wake. The slow sounds of his gait sets a nice contrast to the rain lashing against the windows. Whoa, it's really coming down outside. Think it'll flood? It floods here? Sometimes. The ground floor classrooms used to have carpet, you know. Iadakan starts pulling something out of his desk, but it's too dark to see what. That's why only the ground floors? Do the upper floors have carpet? What is the status on the carpentry in this high school? I must know.
Ugh, don't remind me. That junk just sucked away half a year's funding. You ever tried teaching people about watercolors without the friggin' watercolors? It was ridiculous.
I remember.
I remember you were the most upset. All right.
He sets some tiny tea lights down on one of the desks and begins lighting them. The tiny wicks are set alight with the tiniest of embers, providing the bare minimum of illumination for us to see. Will this trigger the fire alarms?
We should be fine. They're too small by themselves.
What are those for?
Been saving them for a rainy day. We're going to be stuck for a while, so why not make it a camp out?
Camping. I like the sound of that. Won't we get in trouble, though? It'd be trespassing, right?
It's either this or trying to get home in this storm.
As if to illustrate his point, the weather decided to chime in.
Besides, schools are usually made with sheltering in mind. There's all kinds of procedures for this, like bringing everyone to the gym and breaking out some really moldy cots.
Olivia winces. Those haven't been replaced.
Oh, our budget has been in the red for years, Miss Halford. Part of why we're being scrutinized right now with that whole audit business. Anyway, we're the only ones left on campus, so I'm not going to go through all that trouble. So just relax for now. I've already called a taxi for the both of you.
Taxi?
I made the call as soon as the power went out. It's just going to be a while to get one ready and send it out.
What do we do in the meantime? Our teacher has a wicked grin.
You're not done with that homework, right?
Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Oh, I'm kidding.
Relax. We have fun here.
Time and the storm carry on, yet things are surprisingly calm. Carry on my wayward storm. Sorry. Olivia pretends to focus on her work while I pretend to help her. But soon enough, Mr. Iadakan starts sharing wild stories about previous semesters.
You know, a few years back, somebody tried to take his hat right off his head. Let me tell you, I've never seen a shovel fly that fast.
That sounds appropriately violent. Either way, Olivia slowly loosens the facade of productivity, and I join her not long after. You know, I still owe you for ruining your one cot You know, I still owe you for ruining your one coat last year.
Oh, forget about it. I have dozens of them in my closet anyway.
You too? The eerie ambiance from the blackout is quickly overridden by our combined laughter. Eventually, we run out of things to say and just wait quietly in each other's company. Iadakan thumps downwards in his chair.
Whew! Long day today.
He glances out the window, still being assaulted by sheets of rainwater outside.
Normally, I'm home by now, resting. You two mind if I relax a little? Here?
No, go ahead.
Thanks.
He stretches behind him, cracking his spine against the groove of the chair.
Olivia, I've been meaning to say. You're usually so quiet, reserved, isolated even. I've noticed you're being a bit more friendly recently.
Huh? You think so?
You've been in my classes all 4 years, of course I would. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, but it hurts me to see a student hurt themselves like that. When you're in the adult world, you'll see this all the time. Once someone's in a rut, they'll tend to just stay there until their days blend together instead of lifting themselves up. Like they got all the time in the world. So I'm proud of you for making an effort, Olivia.
Oh, Mr. Iadakan, I don't, I mean...
Don't be flustered. Be proud, Olivia. You've managed to form a friendship. Of course, I appreciate you extending an olive branch too, Inco.
Me? It's no problem, Mr. Iadakan.
Come on, school hours are over. You can drop the mister.
I mean, it's not something to be thanking me for, is it? I'm just a friend.
That is great to hear, though. You can't always navigate this world alone. Someone to keep company can really help.
He can?
More than you can imagine.
Iadakan leans forward to place a hand over both of ours. He just barely makes contact with Olivia's wrist when she winces and yanks it back. Shit.
Olivia?
Are you alright? Ow, I'm fine, that just hurt. I was fine before, though. You've been trying to stay off that risk all day. Was it that bad? It was feeling better. I even helped build those doohickeys.
The print enlarges.
He covers his eyes with one hand.
Of course. Great move. Student's been overworking herself, and I think to give extra physical work. What am I doing?
It wasn't your fault. I didn't want you to worry.
I had no idea how bad it was.
He leans forward again, gently holding Olivia's wrist, inspecting it and being careful not to cause any pain.
You need to take care of yourself, Olivia. If something were to happen, I know you'd be completely beside yourself.
I know.
I know you were doing extra work, but how did it even get this bad?
It was a lot of extra work. Doing a whole group's assignment on top of my own for the last 3 weeks, basically all my free time. It's great practice. At least that's what I was telling myself. Olivia does her best to hide her wincing as the teacher tests her arm. I never would have made it to graduation.
All because of that painting you switched.
He shakes his head and lets go of Olivia.
No, it goes further than that. That painting was all because of the pain you've been going through all these years. All because of that first contest entry hanging in the gala. Your first venture into the art world, and it went how it did.
Olivia looks down at her hand, stretching the fingers out and in, slowly, carefully. My hand moves without a thought, fingers taking her hand carefully to help in some way or another.
Oh, you and that painting.
Our teacher palms his face and groans into it.
It's a genuinely good piece, Olivia. I've told you that so many times.
She locks up, but manages a small nod.
What a horrible chain of events. I've had to witness it all these years, watched as it's taken your friends, your self-worth, that little smile you had when you first came into my class, and now it's ruining your health.
He gently lets go and covers his own eyes again.
And I really just sat here and watched it. I was just talking about how people act like they have more time than they have.
Iadakan? Are you alright?
I'm super. I'm more than okay. In fact, I've made up my mind about something. You. Take her to the gala, please. There's something I want you two to see. No words. Just do it, please.
I nod. What are you going to show us? He stops at the door.
Something you should have seen a long time ago.
What is happening? Mr. Iadakan is on a mission. My shoes slosh noisily through the flooded hallway as we slowly head back to the main building of the school. Olivia herself had used her arms to tuck her legs up onto her seat, her head now resting on her knees. Iadakan didn't seem to care, each of his steps splashing water around and soaking his slacks. The drains in the floor are working overtime, keeping the water at a minimal level. An unsettling feeling washes over me as we enter the atrium, the interior of the school pitch black from the lack of lighting. At least we aren't dealing with wet floors, but navigating the halls in the dark is a new difficulty. This would freak me the fuck out. Schools at nighttime? No. Olivia brought out her phone. Although, to be fair, in Australia, our schools aren't indoors, so it wouldn't be as bad. We'd just be, like, outside. And I technically have been at a school at nighttime, and it wasn't that bad. American schools, I should say. Or, like, interior schools. So not just American, but any school that's, like, all inside one building or, like, multiple buildings but connected. No, thanks. I can't be doing that. That's scary. Olivia brought out her phone, using its flash as a light to shine our way, but I'm still unnerved. The only sound I hear is the squelches of my shoes and the awkward dripping from both Olivia and I. And it was then I realized that Iadakan had left us behind. Mr. Iadakan? Her voice bounces down the dark halls of the school. Did you see where he went? Kinda. I think he went that way. I can just make out Olivia's hand pointing thanks to her phone, towards the school's offices. I keep pushing Olivia, though, taking my time as I feel my shoes threaten to slip with each step. It's slow going between the eerie darkness and my slow steps. What should have taken us a minute at most takes about 3 minutes for us to arrive at the gala. Well, we're here. The storm rages against the glass ceiling. The storm rages against the machine. What's normally the source of the hall's natural lighting is completely obscured by the typhoon, and there's still no sign of Iadakan. I withdraw my phone and turn its flashlight on too, in the hopes to improve the situation. I can hear something else, aside from us in the rain, something that's getting closer. A tiny red light in the distance there with the sound. The tiny ember bounces and sways in rhythm with the odd tapping, until... What the fuck? Iadakan? What the fuck? What is happening? Mr. Iadakan, were you okay? I'm frozen for a second. The thought forces its way through me. He would never hurt us. Iadakan, what are you doing? Something is kicked aside. It's Olivia's painting from the art contest a few weeks back. It smacks loudly against the glass casing of the display case.
These are the ones, yeah?
What? I'm ignored, Iadakan staring right at Olivia. She's also struck fearful, but she nods. Iadakan takes a deep breath and faces the display. Where did he get a cigarette from? What are you going to do with that? Hey, Iadakan, wait, this is a bit extreme, isn't it? Holy fuck. What is happening? Why is Mr. Iadakan going apeshit on these pieces of art? Did he smash the glass too? Bro, where's the cigarette? What happened? Iadakan? This teacher's crazy. He did smash the glass. Holy shit. Shit on a biscuit. Jesus.
Olivia? It's gone. Both of them. This should have been done long ago.
Yeah. Iadakan, this is... It's crazy.
I know.
What about the other things in the case?
Who fucking cares? Those students graduated ages ago. You know how many still do art? None. If they're collateral, so someone else can, fine by me. But Olivia, you got no other big paintings now, do you?
She shakes her head.
That's a shame. Look what I just did.
I can make another.
Yes. That's what I need to hear. You make me so proud to hear that.
Do you remember?
The 21st night of September.
Sorry.
I said you remember.
I don't know if that's the words. In sophomore year, when you challenged me to think of something I'd wanted to do and set a goal to do it.
Of course.
I couldn't think of anything back then. But there's been one thing I've been wanting to do for a while now. And like you said, some company could really help. Olivia grips my hand just a little tighter. Yeah, probably because we watched our teacher go crazy with a fucking axe. Promise not to laugh.
Never.
Would you mind asking me again, Iadakan?
Sure. I believe it was, if you could leave right now and go do anything you wanted, what would you want to do?
Anything at all?
Yep.
I want to go see a fountain and paint it for you.
Fucking brilliant.
There's a fountain here? There's a park not too far from here and you can barely see a fountain in the center of it from the window. You can't see it right now in the storm, but I want to go there.
I think I know of it. The one in Stig Equestrian Park. That's wonderful, Olivia.
Iadakan stumbles a bit. I rush to give him a shoulder, some shards of glass crunching under my feet.
Huh. Good thing the power's out. No cameras up or anything.
Won't you get in trouble for this?
I'm always in trouble for something. And ordinarily I'd just take the hit, especially for something like this. That Mia chick can take the fall. To hell with her.
Fuck yeah, Iadakan. Olivia manages another small smile.
I'm looking forward to that painting. You better get it to me.
I will.
And you better help.
Of course. Iadakan motions for us to wait by the school's entrance. For a while we sit there. Where's the fucking taxi? Do you have one, Iadakan? Do you have something you want to do?
I'm already doing it.
No, really.
Really? Teaching high school is a great job that nobody ever regrets. You should pose that question to Inco there. All this character development and he's barely said a word.
All right, Inco, what about you? What do I want to do, huh? If I could pick anything, I guess, I don't know. I want to make plenty of friends, or I want to go to college.
College.
I want to find true love.
A more ambitious dream. I can get behind it.
It's a bit unimaginative. That's just hater talk. You should probably start looking more into the how and not the what. Like you would know. I can totally do it. Sure thing, Mr. Successful. Your blog doesn't even have 10 followers. You looked me up? Yeah, got bored. You could at least follow me if you're going to cyberstalk me. I'll follow you when you make good content. Also, your interpretation of Godzilla you copied from a video essay sucks, and you should feel bad. I copy Iadakan's motion with the axe and karate chop Olivia's leg. I didn't feel that, jackass.
Well, I guess some banter is a form of motivation as well. Sounds like you have quite that promise to uphold now, Inco.
Boo. Even with the disses being thrown around, what stood out most was the wild grin on Olivia's face. Between the staccato of rain and the uproarious laughter, time seemed non-existent. I could feel the muscles in my face ache, brought on by bouts of laughter and grinning, which made the taxi's arrival so disappointing. There it is. As we were escorted out to the parking lot, our mirth was replaced with something more. Calm, comfortable, an easy quiet that let my thoughts wander back to the things that we said to each other. Back to what our tarot teacher had said. Navigating the world alone, for all the time I spent around Olivia and her friends, it never really occurred to me that she'd harbour something like loneliness. I mean, Damien alone is like a wild crowd composed of a single madman. And Liz, she's practically the group's nanny or something. The driver of the yellow van leans into his horn, and I can feel a baleful leer on me even through the haze of fog and raindrops. Olivia draws her hood up, and I hold my jacket above my head. With a final look to Mr. Iadakan, we thank him.
No need for thanks. Seeing my students grow and prosper into adulthood is all the reward this old fossil needs.
Ah, you could still get it, Iadakan, don't worry. With a wave, he sends us off into the rain, to the irate taximan's van that yells at us about his burning gas. While Olivia works to get herself situated in the cab, I turn back. Mr. Iadakan is sagging, meandering back into the building. Oi, hurry up. Right. I hope he's okay. Dude, Mr. Iadakan fucking rocks. But, maybe someone needs to check on him? It's been about a week since the typhoon. Oh, shit! The days after were surreal with how things just realigned with the old schedule. Iadakan was serious when he told Olivia to keep off that wrist. He effectively banned her from painting until it got better. Meaning all week I've been doing our work as a group. I just bit my own tongue. Fucking hate when that happens. Make sure you drink some water today. That's what I'm drinking. I had my mandatory morning cup of tea. And now I'm just having a big cup of water because I'm so imaginative with drinks. I actually love water though. I feel like out of everyone that I know, I'm the only one that actually loves just drinking water. I always find it so much more refreshing than drinking literally anything else. Like if I have a glass of Coke, which I do every now and then, it doesn't really refresh me unless I have ice in it. If I put ice in it, then it's more refreshing. But I think that's because the ice, like the Coke actually kind of dries my mouth out, and then I need a cup of water afterwards because I'm like, I'm fucking dehydrated because of this soft drink. Anyway, it was exhausting. Apologies for the mini tangent. Oh my God, Olivia's on the train. The subway, sorry, with us. But today I'm pretty excited. For the first time, Olivia is actually joining me on the metro. We're headed for the city. It's going to be a bit of a trip. She's blinking at me with those eyes. For the last several nights, Olivia has been using my inbox to store sketching ideas while her wrist heals. On Thursday, she even attempted sending a few left-handed sketches, but gave up after the third or fourth malformed rat. Then Liz sent a game-changing invitation through our group chat. Her uncle has some business in the city, and he told her she can go do something with the time since it's her car. So she's invited the rest of us to join her for lunch at a fancy place. It's got us pretty thrilled. It's got me pretty thrilled. Olivia understood the order to stay off her hand, but that doesn't make her less manic about wanting to get back into painting. Why'd you agree if you don't want to go? Well, a trip to the city won't suck so bad if you're there. Even if I really, really want to start that painting. You're almost done healing. It won't be much longer, I know it. But Iadakan said you should at least wait for Monday. Yeah, that too. You should have gone to a fucking doctor and got a wrist brace. Besides, I don't want to be around Damien while he's... Ugh. Poor guy looked positively miserable when I picked Olivia up. He was pale and shaking, and the floor between his feet was left bubbling after a particularly powerful sneeze. Has it ever been that bad? It happens like once a year. It's one reason we don't share a room. One moment he's fine, the next he's inebriated. And this car is weird. You ride this every day? Yep, this is even my seat. Right next to the folding accessibility seat. What, did you start accounting for me before we even met? Huh, maybe I did. She mouths something and rolls her eyes, but there's a clear smile after her as she goes back to watching the passing buildings. Oh, that's cute. It's almost like it was fate, Olivia. Compared to a car ride together, this felt a little more intimate. Even with all the extra people. Even if there are more people in close proximity, none of them paid us any mind. Just Olivia and I. 'Cause you and I. Several stations later, the metro grinds to a halt at our stop. All right, you ready? Yeah. Olivia shoos my hand away when I go to help her out the metro. We step out into the chilled air of the city. Sorry if you can hear my washing machine going off. It's doing its little jingle that it does, telling me that it's done. I'm already getting goosebumps. That cold front is really making itself known. We should find Liz quickly before Olivia starts shivering. Are you seeing a long big green neck anywhere? None that I know of. Great. That sounds awesome. We looked around through the alleyway into the closest shops. Maybe she's in the bathroom. I'd wait around, but I don't want to make Olivia wait out in the cold. Did we go to the wrong stop? Just text her already. Crap, right. I'm dumb. What the hey? Where'd you go? Liz? Oh, shit! A moment later, her head ropes out the door of a nearby coffee shop, followed by the rest of her. Hey! Inco! Glad you guys can make it. Yeah, just got confused. Didn't know you'd be in the cafe there. Really? I've been in there the whole time. I messaged Damien. I went in to escape the cold and... Where's Damien? Oh, man, he got nasty sick right before we left. He couldn't make it. But... Is he fine? He'll be fine, I think. Okay, alright. Well, that just throws a wrench into all my plans now, doesn't it? We can still have fun without him, right? Yeah, I know. It was just... Well, I was hoping between the four of us, it'd be like a double date. Huh? Yeah, Damien and me, you and Inco. All together for a fancy lunch. Liz, Olivia and I aren't... Oh. I'm sorry, I just assumed. Boy, this is embarrassing. Whole day seems like everything's going wrong for me. It's fine. Yeah, well, we can still have a good time. I'm still having lunch with friends. I'm sure you guys will love it too. Come on. I love how delayed her body is with following. Liz leads us through the streets, pointing out our destination when it comes into view through the towering skyscrapers. That looks horrifying. The building is more... What is this? What is this tiny little black dot halfway up? The building is more akin to a narrow spike aimed skyward with a large disc-like room built near the tip. Don't tell me you're going into that room. Oh, fuck off. No. For those who don't know, I'm so intensely fearful of heights. Like, I went to Japan a few years ago now for a friend's birthday thing, and she wanted to go up the Sky Tree. So there's this building in Tokyo called the Tokyo Sky Tree. I think it's like a broadcasting tower. The bottom levels are great. They had like a couple of like exhibitions. People were showing stuff off. There was like this Harry Potter thing, which was wild. And yeah, then we went up in the elevator and I cried a little bit. It was really fast elevator, really bad. And then we got up to the top and I was shaking so bad and I was walking. I couldn't walk further. Like I had one hand on the wall. We didn't go up to the top. This was just the first stop, which I believe is, I don't remember how high it is. Yeah, I can't remember how high it is. The first floor, because there's 2 stops I think that you can take. I think it was like 350 meters. It was something crazy. But yeah, we stopped there. And then, yeah, I couldn't have, we were walking around and I had to have my hand touching the wall the whole time. And then my friend who I was with was like, do you want to have like, we'll just sit down somewhere and we'll calm down and you can have some ice cream and it'll be good. And I was like, yeah, that's great. So we walked over to this little place to order some ice cream. And they had this section that was barriered off that was near the windows with seating. And I thought I could just buy the ice cream and eat it back near the wall that I was familiar with. But then they told me, no, you needed to go in and sit in this glass area looking out the windows. And I was like, I can't move closer to the windows. So I didn't even get to eat my fucking ice cream. I got to watch my friend go in there and eat my ice cream. It was awful. I'm bad with heights, but I did it. I went up there and I hated the entire experience. The views was great. The view that I could see. You can feel the building move, okay? That's not normal. I don't like it. Anyway, back to this.
And you can see that space near the top? It's the restaurant. They built it in a way that the whole thing slowly rotates, so your view changes while you eat it.
Is that like... Isn't there like something in Seattle that does that?
You can see the whole city, the ocean, even the mountains.
Whoa. I mean, Olivia is me, and Olivia is me.
I've gone here with my parents all the time as a kid, and I always daydreamed about bringing friends and important guests there and, well, you know, business type stuff. This will be my first time on my own. Well, you know.
Yeah.
You'll see. There's even a...
Whoop, hold it. We lost Olivia. We turn around to check on our errant Gator friend, who is a bit farther behind and grimacing. She comes slowly rolling in, fighting tide that slight winds every time she pushes herself.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. You sure you don't want help? Oh, okay. She's not scared of heights. She just got stuck. I can manage on my own, please. All right, you want to lead the way? All right. It's that Space Needle looking place, right? She rolls ahead. Liz and I follow behind, continuing our conversation. I'm glad Inco noticed, though. That was nice. The restaurant is an impressive spire, with the actual seating area 30 floors or so up. 30 floors. Oh, fuck that. After Liz verifies her reservation, we're led into a special elevator with a glass front. That's another thing too. I had to go stay in the fucking city, not in Japan. This was just in the regular city of the capital city of the state that I live in. My friends who I booked this room with, I was like, I'm scared of heights. Can we please get like a room near the bottom? Maybe these motherfuckers got a room like literally like 20 or 30 floors up, and I'm just sitting there like, you motherfuckers. And then it fucking stormed. And this was one of those fucking hotels that have like the floor to wall, like the floor to ceiling windows. It just reminded me of that scene out of, is it 2012, the disaster movie where the fucking tornadoes were all coming at him? Anyway, even though we don't get tornadoes here, but still. After Liz verifies her reservation, we're led into a special elevator with glass front. After a minute or so of rising above the city, we stop and the doors slide open to reveal the restaurant. See, like, it's gorgeous, but also... No. It's a circular room with the seating by the windows and an inner ring for bars and the kitchen making up the center. Definitely a carefully crafted place. I wonder if it'd be the kind of place my parents would bring me to. You know, I probably wouldn't mind eating at a place like this if it was like a moving one, because if it's meant to move, then I'd feel a little less weirded out when it moved, you know? Maybe. I don't know. It looks stunning. Definitely a carefully crafted place. I wonder if it would be the kind of place my parents would bring me to. A waitress greets us and leads us to a table by the windows. One of the seats closest to the window is moved so Olivia's wheelchair can fit by the table. She approaches the space and stops. She's looking down out the window. Can we switch seats? Afraid of heights? Fuck yeah! Me. Olivia. Shut. Alright. I oblige, shifting the seat over so she sits instead by the aisle. You know what, Olivia? You've done way better than me. You got up there.
Quite a few, huh? I can see why I'd make you squeamish, Olivia. Heights also scare the living daylights out of me. What?
Are you afraid of heights, Liz?
Well, yeah. Isn't everyone?
What? That doesn't make any goddamn sense, Liz. Your head hangs 3 stories above your shoulders and heights scare you?
Look, acrophobia is a irrational fear of heights, okay? So of course it doesn't make sense, but still.
Whatever. Heights suck. We agree on that at least. They do. Thank God I'm with my own type of people.
So, what do you think?
It's very nice. I can see why you wanted to come here. Liz nods.
My family usually comes here once a year. Uncle Ferris has to remember to bring along a letter from the owner saying he's fine to let in, that he won't bring the whole tower down. Tower?
Huh. What the hell is bisque? Oh, lobster bisque. Olivia's looking into the menus. Right, we're here to eat. Lobster bisque? It's lobster tail in a creamy kind of soup. Then why not call it lobster soup? Bisque is a stupid word. Yeah, well, I believe it might be French, Olivia. I looked down at the menu myself. There's all your standard options between pastas, sandwiches, cuts of meat, some weird novelty things, but I actually like trying those. I guess I'll have... Oh my God. Okay, a double tropical cheeseburger with pineapple sauce. Pineapple sauce? Why? Okay, first of all, if you're gonna have pineapple on a burger, just put the pineapple on it. My favorite kind of burger, we did this thing in Australia, I don't know if it's done everywhere else, but like, you just have a beef patty, tomato, lettuce, cheese, all of the regular stuff, onion, and then you chuck pineapple on it, you chuck a beetroot on it, like a slice of beetroot, and an egg. Amazing, amazing burger. Just try it sometime, seriously. Chicken pizza. The chicken is the crust. Okay, that sounds amazing. Entire leg of cow. Carnivore section. Samies with Olivia. Okay. And a Volcaldera kebab. The wooden steak is even carved to look like the restaurant. That sounds amazing. I want this. You sure? With onion rings.
If you want it, I'm buying. They serve breakfast all day too. I'm going with their pancake platter.
Liz waves a waitress over and we give our orders. Nostalgia pick?
You got me. It takes me way back.
She stares out the window. I look out at the horizon as well. The view has shifted a bit to show the mountains. You know what? I really, really like Liz. Like, her plans were slightly ruined, but she's still going along with it and making the best of it. Love that. Good friend. We all look out for a long while. Maybe a little too long. Ordinarily, this would be around the time Damien would say something that kept the conversation going. Oh, right. He's usually the one bringing us all together. Yeah, he's the glue that keeps us all as one unit. It is strange to think about, but Liz and Olivia aren't really more than acquaintances. But during lunch, it's Damien that always makes sure everyone else is included in the conversation. Nothing comes to mind. I don't think I'd make a good Damien. One moment, please. Where am I going? To the bar? I ring Damien up in the hallway. He's sick, yes, but hopefully he'll have something for me to use. He picks up. Please?
Yellow?
Vinny, I want to talk to Damien.
Nah, he's out right now. Mum's with him in the backyard. He's puking his guts out into a bucket.
Why?
Pest control guys buys it from us for $50.
Gross. Oh, is it because he's one of those poison things? So once a year he has to expel all of it? That's wild. Love that.
What do you want him for? I can tell him when he comes back in.
Oh, why not? I wanted to know how he always keeps our friend group so lively. Like I was considering small talk, just bringing out movies or something.
Ew, no, movies suck. Nobody actually likes them.
What?
I'm playing Fortnite. I'll turn it down so you can hear me.
Got them Sabrina Carpenter skins on. I heard what you said. It was just dumb.
Was it?
Yeah. There's a pause for a moment.
Movies always sucked. Like they started in black and white and without sound and they never really got better. Even when they peaked in the 70s, they only barely became watchable. Have you ever even watched The Godfather? Dad made me watch that stuff and it just sucked.
Okay, kid. Jesus. No, you probably just didn't get it.
Dad explained the whole plot to me, ins and outs, and it really was just mid-trash.
Alright, you're sounding a little bit like Peter Griffin, okay? I didn't care for it, Lois.
It insists upon itself.
Sorry. That movie won awards. You can't just call it trash.
Yeah, I can. Movies are just trash genre of content. Even the best ones are usually just polished turds that waste your time.
Okay then, what's a good movie?
Ever heard of Mr. Beast? How about story time animations?
Oh my god, I hate this kid! Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I'm not. Any popular content on Usenet provides more value for your time than the classics that you old people fawn over, and it still sucks.
Those aren't even movies!
They move and I watch them.
Not my point, you troglodyte. As if you could ever think of comparing that slop to the likes of Star Wars, The Godfather, Blade Runner 2049. Exactly.
Movies are one massive pile of doo-doo fart, but even it can sometimes make something mediocre.
Dude, this is... Your parents should have been forcing you to not watch YouTube. You should have been watching movies growing up and nothing but movies. Put on old school Bananas in Pajamas. Put on old school... Not the fucking animated shit. That shit's trash. You need the old school Bananas in Pajamas. Put on old Teletubbies. Like something. Oh, he's a bit older. Make him sit down and watch Avatar The Last Airbender. Or the entire run of Naruto. Something. Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT. Just start with that. That's what I used to watch every morning. Oh my god, that reminds me. Any Australian people, do you remember Roller Coaster TV? Jesus. All right, flashback. Anyway, these are billion-dollar franchises. Millions of people would disagree with this deranged nonsense.
Doo-doo fart.
I'm like, you little... Listen, you little chump. Next time I see you, I'm gonna wring your little neck like a wash rag.
What? Who is this?
Shit. Calm down, kill him later. Nuts, I didn't even get the advice. Oh my god. His mom's like, what the fuck? I sulked back to my seat and slumped down, catching my breath. That little kid worked me up over his complete disregard for cinema. Sorry. Whoa, you alright? Your eye is twitching. I don't think I've ever been more angry in my life. What happened? I don't want to talk about it. I rubbed the tension from my face. Fine, I can be a good Damien all by myself. So, Liz?
Yeah?
You mentioned when we first met you wanted to be an art dealer. Getting the right people to write paintings, right? How's that going?
Oh, yeah, it's going great. I just got accepted to Marshland U, actually.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I finally got everything all worked out for myself. I'm gonna hit the ground running once I graduate.
That's pretty cool. I'm still figuring things out. You too, right, Olivia? I only got short-term goals right now. But I'm interested in what Liz was talking about.
Right. I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem for Olivia to replace the stolen painting. But what was annoying was having to contact the Treasury and Administration about the broken cabinet. I mean, what even happened? Whoever did it, I wish they could have dealt with Mrs. Scalar's neurotic tantrum the way I did. They're still finding glass shards all over the floor and I get screamed at as if I'm the one responsible for it. Scalar needs to put the coffee mug down sometimes.
Jeez.
It's not a problem anymore. We've already ordered a new display. It should be installed next month. Oh, I got off track. What were we talking about again?
The art dealing thing. I'm actually interested.
Oh, well, the plan is to be able to open my own business. I'll start online and work my way up to having a physical location. Uncle Ferris told me he's willing to help me figure the legal part out. I've already gotten a few connections. Some people that might be interested in being involved that run some pretty decent prices. For me, I mean. And I'll be selling my own works too. I've gotten even better at painting since the start of the year. Have you noticed?
I think you have, yeah. Although since I'm no artist, I'll admit some of the details are probably lost on me. Liz nods. Maybe I'll buy one sometime. You give me a discount, right?
Ha! Maybe. Olivia, have you painted anything good recently?
No.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. Well, I got one I really want to be doing.
Why don't you?
Because I got dragged here instead. Dang it, Olivia. I mean, not that I'm mad. Liz looks like she wants to say something. The thought dies on her tongue.
Yeah.
The conversation and the tension thankfully gets interrupted as our food arrives. The social media influencer in me itches to take a photo of each plate, don't you fucking dare, Inco. Especially with how good the presentation is. Dang, I should have brought my camera along with me. Wait, I have my phone. Say, Olivia. I turn just in time to see her clamp her jaw on the hunk of meat, tearing it right off the bone. Never mind. How's it taste? She takes a moment to chew her food before sending it down the hatch, then smiling as she gives me a greasy thumbs up. Liz chuckles from Olivia's good review as she lowers her head to get the first bite of her pancakes. Given that her neck is making movements equivalent to doing the happy dance, I'm guessing that the pancakes are good here. I should have got the fucking pancakes, team. My view had changed again, and now having noticed it, I could almost feel the slow rotation of the room. I savor my onion rings while watching Volcaldera Bluffs pan right by us, taking in the amazing views. My thoughts reach out for my camera, already calculating the restaurant's rotation with the proper settings to capture the full 360 panorama I could achieve, and a separate section of my mind recalls the other panoramic of the city I saw. The one that is now nothing more but shredded debris. Say, Liz. The Brachiosaurus takes a moment to respond as she attempts to cram her snout into her glass of water.
Stupid glass, no straw.
They should have given her a straw, that's fucked.
Yeah?
So you mentioned all about wanting to be an art dealer and be a part of that system. I guess it could be cool if we worked together.
Come again?
I don't know, it just seems like a decent idea.
No, I get you.
Now it's Liz's turn to pause from her food, sit upright and carefully tap the napkin on her closed lips.
Maybe, but I don't think you'd want that, honestly.
No, that'd be cool. I'd like that.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this whole thing off the ground on my own. Without others' help, right? Like how you feel about your art stuff.
That's different.
The point is, it's important to me that my start is as self-sustaining as possible.
But you just said you had connections, and your uncle.
Yeah, family and such, not
Ugh. Olivia raises that iconic eyebrow. Friends? Or is it just me?
Olivia, don't even start to make a scene.
I have to do something. Olivia, Liz, come on guys, can we finish lunch first? How am I making a scene, Liz? I'm just curious about your life for once.
Well, not like this then. I'd rather you go back to giving me the silent treatment.
Oh no. Oh no. What have I done? What's your deal? Damien and Inco want us to be friends. Here I am actually trying. And what? Am I not worthy enough for your stuck-up? Ugh.
You didn't want my friendship before, or Damien's, for years. It just sounds a bit like you just want to be friends now because you can get something out of it. I want to be friends, just not like that.
I thought things would finally start getting good.
Olivia, there's lots of people less fortunate than you. You have the support of your friends, all the offers. You can't blame me if you just ignore both.
Liz,
Let me finish, please. I'm not mad. I envy you, I admit it. Anyone would. Effortlessly getting that attention and help.
I hate it.
I know, and I know it's wrong, but that's what I've been thinking for a while. I see all these things you have available to you all these years, and you just take them for granted. I just think it's a wasteful way to live.
Look, sorry. I appreciate you guys.
After telling to my face how you'd rather be elsewhere and not here while eating at my expense. You know what, Olivia? This is the most nice I can do for you at the moment because you really don't deserve anything else.
Liz! Liz claps a hand over her mouth. Olivia doesn't respond. She looks down at her plate. Jesus, Liz. I'm going to use the bathroom. She pushes herself away from the table and through the aisle.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Liz.
I didn't mean to snap.
It's alright. Once Olivia gets back, you can apologize.
No, I don't think I can. After everything, I think I deserve that much.
Good God, the brief was to just get these two talking and have a good time, and it's like a grenade was thrown onto the table. Wow, I'm a terrible fucking Damien, let me tell you. Liz?
Yeah?
Why didn't it work?
Why didn't what work?
I know you two aren't on the greatest terms, so I tried to keep the conversation going. So it wouldn't get awkward and nobody would get left out like Damien does. I feel like this was somehow my fault. But how? I did everything I was supposed to.
I don't think you did anything wrong.
Why does this never happen around Damien?
Good question. I don't know.
Liz picks at her plate, popping the yolk on her over-easy egg. She's probably not in the mood if I pushed any further and said anything I want to say right now. Olivia wouldn't like me prodding right now either. There's no options. I try to think of something to do, but nothing. Just eat your fucking kebab. I can't think of doing anything at all. Not without making someone uncomfortable or worse, getting them mad at me. And I've never even anticipated something like this happening. It's frustrating. Can't do anything, but I can't do nothing, obviously. Not if I want to smooth things over. Right now, Olivia's in the bathroom. She's actually just fooling around the hallway, but the point is the two are separated. I can work something out. Should I keep trying then? I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable.
I think I'd rather you didn't.
Shit. I don't know. I hate making choices. Choices are bad. Okay, well, Liz has said that she'd rather we didn't push with her. I'm just going to go find Olivia. She doesn't seem like she's very interested in fixing anything, to be honest. A heavy breath escapes me as I stand from my chair. If you'll excuse me, Liz. Her head tilts comically further than needed in question. Just want to check on Olivia.
Oh.
She waves me off as I turn away. I mean, and she was also pretty rude. Making my way through the restaurant, a part of me marvels at how I don't even feel the room spin. Kind of makes me dizzy, honestly. But it's just mental busy work to distract myself. After all, I've no idea what I'm going to say to Olivia. Hey, should I ask her how she is? Inco? Well, I'm on the spot now. Hey, just came to see what you were doing. I thought I had more time to think about things, but instead of being by the restrooms, Olivia was, why are you here by the bar? I wanted to see if they'd give me a mimosa. What? Mimosa. You know, like OJ and champagne. Olivia, you can't drink, says you. She takes a long sip from a glass flute filled with orange liquid. I make to slap it out of her hand, but her tail stops me. I'm joking, jeez. It's like you, Inco, a virgin. Wow. Got him. She grins at my scowl and continues sipping on her drink. Want some? She holds out the glass to me with that smug smile of hers. Taking the flute, I can clearly see where her lips had touched it. Olivia looks to be leaning forward as I stare at the glass. Ignoring the heat in my cheeks, I tip the glass above me, carefully pouring some of the liquid into my mouth. Oh. This is just juice and ginger ale, Olivia. Handing her back the glass for a split second, I thought I saw some disappointment in her eyes. Maybe I'm just seeing things now. With the shake of my head, I refocus. I came to check on Olivia and fix things between her and Liz. You okay, Olivia? Yeah, totally. Where wouldn't I be? Her eyes are wide open and yet not looking my way. Well, because of what Liz said. Oh. She sags in her chair. Olivia? No, yeah, that was... Her finger circles the lip of her glass as she thinks. I'm not hurt, just frustrated. She looks at her glass one final time and then downs the last quarter of it in a single swallow. Afterwards, Olivia sets it on the bar, on top of a couple crumpled dollar bills. I mean, Liz doesn't get it, Inco. Maybe if she walked a mile in my shoes, she would, but I hate to see you guys go at it like that. Yeah. Maybe it's been a long time coming for me, but who cares? A long time coming? I know she's been a bit frustrated for a while, probably been holding that in. Doesn't mean I want to hear it, though. All the time I've known her, she's just been so far ahead of me. You heard her yap about how her art's getting better, how many connections she has, and how to get her $1 billion or whatever. I'm the better artist, but I don't even know how to start getting my crap together like that. I look at that chasm between us and it fills me with dread. It's just jealousy. I know it. It's just been getting worse every time she mentions getting further in life. Well, I can't even convince myself to try. It's different, actually, getting her upset at me over this specifically. I just mentioned being someone she'd consider a real acquaintance and she just blows up like that. You want to talk about it? No. You sure? Is that what you wanted to see me about? Partially. The other part is that I'm a bit confused. I wasn't expecting things to go the way they did. So I came to see you to ask for help to make this right. Uh-huh. Well, I'm not apologizing if that's what you mean. I mean, she seems more talkative at least than Liz. So let's continue that. No, that's not it. Rubbing my scalp to help my thoughts flow, I just let my words come out unfiltered. I'm serious here, Olivia. I need some help. I have her full attention now, and my words just keep coming. I feel like I did everything right, but it went wrong. You and Liz got into an argument, and though it wasn't heated, you got hurt. That scares me. For a brief moment, Olivia's grey eyes widened in surprise. I have a few ideas on what to do, but nothing that won't make someone upset, or worse, get them mad at me. Why do you care about our opinions so much? Because you're my friends? I want us all to get along and enjoy the lunch we got invited to, but I don't know how to fix it. The only things I can think of will just probably make you guys upset with me, so that's why I'm asking you. Me. You're self-reliant. You're strong in your stance to never accept help on account of your condition. For the longest time, that confused me. Well, it still does. But you do it. It confuses you. Well, it's like others are willing to give and giving feels good. So when you deny it, it's like telling them those thoughts don't matter. One way to put it. That's the part I don't get. Even though everyone stands to gain something for the sake of your goals you don't accept. You take the hard road. Saying it out loud, I like it. I'm willing to give it a shot. But I don't know how. What do you do when there's no good option? Wow. Well, thanks. I guess I'll put it this way. It'd make an alcoholic happy to give him alcohol, even though it hurts him. But sending him to rehab, that's painful. It's not a happy journey to make. But it's good for him. Absolutely. That's my point. Don't worry about making others comfortable and happy if something needs getting done. In my case, that means ignoring the help because my own goals need to be done. If it makes someone comfortable, then it's their problem, not mine. When something needs doing, you just gotta do it. And when no option seems like it'll make people happy, well, you do what you can. That makes sense? I'm making this up as I go along. I think so, yeah. If it's the right thing, you'll get the support you need. After all, I got you. And even if you don't, standing alone for your standards is cool. You'd be trying, and that's what matters. Yeah. Thanks, Olivia. Hey, you're welcome. Saying all that out loud is helping me understand a few things too. You ready to head back? I have an idea on how to smooth everything over. Sure. I'm curious what you have in mind, even if you think I won't like it. And I'm gonna have a sip of water. A bottle of water. I start heading back to the table. Olivia follows close behind me. Hey, you guys are back. Everything good? All cooled off? Yeah, everything's great. I want to give my 2 cents, try to resolve everything. I can't decide who's right, you my friends. Wrong choice. Liz is right, Olivia, no. Olivia's right. No, both of you are wrong. Yeah. I take a deep breath. I don't really want to have to do this. Olivia watches carefully. She talked me through this. I can do it. You're both wrong. She won't stop being my friend over this. Get over yourself, Inco. Just say what needs to be said. I think you're both acting silly. Really? Both of us? I didn't know that trying to get you guys conversing would make these sour feelings come up. And that was my mistake. My bad. But it's just ridiculous. Liz, I get Olivia was a shut-in and didn't open up to you back then. But that's clearly not the case anymore, is it? That was a question. No, I guess not. Then what use is holding a grudge? Accomplishing your goals on your own is fine, that's your prerogative. But when you say Olivia is just shooting you differently because she has something to gain, you know that's not right. And Olivia, I hate to say this, but you have been pretty thoughtless here as well. Liz is trying to do something nice for us, and hey, we all got to have a nice dinner in this crazy place. But when you say you'd rather be home painting, it's not just insulting Liz, it tells me you'd rather not be here with me as well. I love how much you've opened up to us, Olivia. What seems to me is that both of you just refuse to see eye to eye. Too much pride going on. The sooner we stop trying to get the other to act the way we think they should, the better. And I thank you for your advice. I hope you won't be mad at me for saying this. Just please be a little more considerate. That's it. Again, sorry if I went too far.
You're right. That's a little eloquent for such a little argument.
Well, it was bothering me, and it would have turned into something more given time.
All right, that's fair. I appreciate the effort.
That's what you had in mind when you asked for advice? Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, cool. I figured it'd be something a lot worse, like the roast of the century you've been holding in against us. But if that's it, that's also decent. You're usually pretty thoughtful, so I guess I can see how that was a lot for you. We're nearly adults. That's not going to bother us. God, how does it feel having friends who can take criticism? Oh! How does it feel having actual adult friends who can have adult conversations? My gosh, you'd be surprised how many people can't do that. At least it shouldn't. So, are you good?
Yeah. Thanks, Inco.
Thanks. Aw, yes, Inco! That went much better than expected. After things settled down, we finished off our meals. Well, Olivia finished our meals. Liz had noticed at first when one of her whole pancakes simply vanished, and I thought my onion ring pile was looking smaller by the minute. Looking Olivia's way, she simply waved at us with the most bizarre concoction of onion rings, flapjack, syrup, and beef on her plate. What? I'll make you guys better food than this later. The theft of our food stopped shortly after that, and though the portions had diminished, we were all thoroughly satisfied with the meal. I offered to pay, or at least pitch in with the check, but Liz refused. She insisted since it was her idea to begin with, but I had always figured it was the man's place to pay for a date, and this was a date, kinda. Neither of our hands lifted from the tiny leather booklet, and I don't know how long we spent playing tug of war over it. Olivia at least found it amusing, even recording our stare down on her phone. But victory was mine, as I managed to palm my debit card to the waitress before Liz could give her back the bill booklet. With that done, all that was left for us here was making the most of the view. Olivia led the way to the observation deck on the floor beneath the restaurant, and she immediately regretted it, as the blast of cold air even had me shiver a bit. The altitude plus the late fall weather meant the deck was mostly clear of guests, but the view was easily worth the cold, as I made a mental note to come back here one day with my DSLR. We slowly moved to the railing so we can fully take in the skyline from the bluffs and out toward the ocean, along with the city skyscrapers that were dwarfed by this spire, and as I scan over it, I double down on the mental note, because seeing Olivia silhouetted by this beautiful view is...
I don't get how you two can stand this temperature.
Liz doesn't look that cold. All she's doing is rubbing her arms in a theatrical manner.
I'm gonna be by the elevator, guys, okay?
Her head moves next to Olivia and there's hushed whispers shared between them. Finally, Liz's body turns and leaves, her head following shortly after with a beaming smile. Olivia? Don't ask. Her eyes remain on the horizon. Maybe it's a little bit colder though, as Olivia's face is slowly turning red. Something up?
Well...
Her eyes trail down and her hands raise up until she's carefully examining her wrists. I watch as she carefully tests her hands, wincing occasionally as she slowly flexes and rotates her hands. About the painting. Not until you're better. I know, I've been thinking about it. I'm going to be way out of practice when I'm more better. So you're going to practice? She smiles as she turns to me, probably excited about the prospect of starting work on that soon. Yes, I have the mental image for it in my mind and everything. Her smile lessens though and her tone becomes uneasy. I just want to make it perfect. I have the mental image, but I won't have the skill. Thus, between the carpal tunnel and rushing out all those pieces for Mia, I think I understand what she's getting at, but her smile is back again. Once I can paint again, I need time for practice. I want to show Mr. Iadakan the greatest piece I can create. Do you need anything? My words cut my thoughts off. No, I have all the paint and... No, I mean, do you need any help with your practice? Her face glows red again. Maybe. Well, I don't know how much help I can be, with my complete lack of painting talent. But otherwise, yeah, I'll do whatever I can for you, Olivia. I promise. I cement it with a smile and thumbs up. Hey! Might as well fucking do finger guns and go, thanks. Hell yeah. I think we only stood out on the viewing deck for a few more minutes. After a particularly cold draft had swept over us, Olivia figured she'd had enough of the chilly air here. We made our way back inside to the elevator station where Liz was standing idly. She and Olivia looked at each other for a moment. The two held their stare locked in on each other for about half a minute before Olivia looked to the side. So, what else is there to do here? Nothing. A lot, evidently. Oh, I was completely wrong. Once we had gotten back to terra firma, Liz had taken it upon herself to walk us around the entire block. The whole area was like a miniature theme park, with a lot of street vendors selling tourist trap gifts. We spent the rest of the day just wandering the city park, enjoying the late fall day to the best we could. Eventually, as the sun sunk below the horizon, Mr. Ferris found us. I'd forgotten that we'd come here in the first place because of a business meeting of his. Liz and him waved us goodbye as they broke away and headed for the parking lot, while I pushed a very tired Gator girl to the metro station. I don't think she minded much, honestly, as she clutched her tail to her chest and used it as a makeshift pillow. She looked so sweet like that. It's the perfect background for my phone. She must never learn of this, though. Because I don't think I'd survive. But it'd be worth it. Oh my god, Inco's making her his phone background. It's official. Maybe you should start by asking her out first. After going home that night, Olivia texted me all night and well into the morning. We ended up talking about all sorts of things. Mia, her art, various shows, just about everything. Never seen her that excited before. For someone with sore hands, she sure types fast. And for someone that doesn't much like talking at all, she sure types a lot. I certainly can't keep up. And when she didn't want to talk, she sent more doodles and sketches. Sleep wasn't really an option on my end either, and Gut's doodle ventures were quite entertaining to read. Since then, we've been texting more every night. Not as much since I do need my sleep. Okay. I'm gonna leave this here because I've been recording for a while, but things are definitely picking up between Inco and Olivia. I feel and can sense the vibes, and I'm kind of glad that Liz and Olivia worked out their differences at least a little bit. I hope I made the right choices. I honestly don't know if I did, but I guess all we can do is wait and see. I hope Mia gets the punishment she deserves. And I really don't ever want to see her again, to be honest, but I have a feeling I'm probably going to. I can't understand how Ben is with her. Anyway, seeing Mr. Iadakan go apeshit was amazing. I loved that. I loved every moment of that. Mr. Iadakan is a G. I hope he's okay, though. I think someone needs to check in on him once in a while. But that will have to wait for the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you get to play many, many games, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!